Hello, and welcome back for week 2. So, Dr. Volt is this female scientist who just has it all together, always has a list of things to do. She wants everything to always be in perfect shape, perfect order, does not want any bumps in the road. Sounds a little familiar if you ask me. And the problem is that she's always trying to do this, but then Dr. Watt somehow gets in the way, and those little nuances and those little things that he does that just throws everything out of whack is constantly causing her frustration. And she's just trying to save him and make sure that he is safe because she knows that he's smart and she knows that he has potential and she wants to help him see it. But at the same time, there is definitely some kind of backstory between Watt and Volt, and I think that it's that at the end of the day, he's crazy and drives her crazy, but he brings out and gives her some of her best memories and some of her best moments because he's so zany and himself, and he lets her live a little bit. So I think that especially with this new scene at the breaker where Volt looks at the breaker and says, I'll turn it off, but then she takes a step back and she realizes, but if I turn this off, I might never get him back again. And I think that that kind of goes along with this whole backstory of how he means so much to her as more than just a scientist, but as a friend, maybe as a brother, as someone that she sees her life in and she can't see her life without. So I think that's definitely an emotion that comes to my mind when I think of that new part that we just added. It's almost like she's losing part of her identity when she loses Dr. Watt, or if she were to lose Dr. Watt for the rest of her life. What I learned from the first show was that it's really nerve-wracking to be in front of the kids doing this, and it's much different to perform in front of my friends acting like kids than to perform in front of actual kids. And I work with kids all the time, but this is just so different. I never necessarily act in front of kids. So I got really nervous and I got in my own head, and especially when there were a lot of times where it was noisy or I was holding up Quiet Coyote and I was like, I don't know when to stop holding it up. But I think that what I've learned is that I just need to be confident and do what I'm doing and make a choice and to not reflect on what I just did on the stage when I get off the stage. Yes, it's important to reflect, but also know that the show has to progress from here and that what I just did, we have to take it and we have to move on with it. We have to run with it and we can reflect later, we can rework later. But if I make a mistake, I can't get caught up in what just happened. I can't get caught up in judgment because I kind of found myself low-key judging myself. I don't know why, but when I came off stage, I just found myself judging myself. I felt really vulnerable in front of the kids. I don't know. It was so weird not being myself in front of kids because I love the fact that kids make me be myself, but having to go out in front of kids and not be myself was really, really strange. And I think that that threw me for a loop. So I think that I just need to make Dr. Volt myself and make her herself and take on Dr. Volt, because I don't think that there's much separating Dr. Volt and me besides the whole science part, because I ain't no scientist. I dance teacher, but things happen. So yeah, I hope we have a better show, and I'm just gonna go forth with confidence.